One time for everybody checking in right now. It's Nightcap Knowledge live on Black with No Chaser.
You and me, we've known each other for a while now. Before there wasn't us, the thought consumed my mind. We've got a special love, one we've never felt before. The thought of us together makes me lose control. It's the chemistry that makes me take a chance on you. It's no mystery that what we've got is special. It's a thought of feel, something we know is real. Baby, it's our chemistry. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry. Our chemistry. The vibe is for forever, not a season. We could be more than what we
Share this right now. Share this right now. It's World AIDS Day. On behalf of Mississippi Move and all the nonprofit organizations out there in Mississippi, is also Giving Tuesday. Y'all make sure y'all make a donation if you haven't by now. One of the nonprofits out there would definitely appreciate it. Let's go. It's Nightcap Knowledge. Get your nightcap, put some in your cup, put the kids to bed, and get ready for a good convo.
It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry. Our chemistry. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry. Our chemistry.
Yo, how you got me like you do? Tripping over my Nikes like I'm a fool. Wanted to flex and maybe send you a text, but how your makeup look perfect, I should probably make a move. Like, how your lips looking good with a red mat. I was really hoping to get me a call back, yo. Don't understand. You got me ready to do whatever you needed to bat up a thick lash, yo. All of my homies is telling me stop that. Like, how you let her get you? We need you to fall back. I got to pass. Cause you ain't see how when she sat down, that whole thing was hanging off the back, like. So check it out. I was thinking me and you could hit the fair, get a funnel pack, maybe two. Yeah. Cause we got chemistry. Don't be acting like we don't. Treat a nigga like a fucking bugaboo.
It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry. Our chemistry. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna touch you. It's our chemistry that makes me wanna hold you. We got so much chemistry. Our chemistry.
You know what time it is. It's time for Nightcap Knowledge. Let's get that theme music.
Yeah.
It's time for some Mississippi magic. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, Dollar.
I'm happy to be a part of your history. It's these feelings that always happen to get to me instantly. I start thinking, projecting happiness.
George, Chuck, and Mr. Mac are in the building. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. All our folks over there at Black with No Chaser. We got an awesome topic tonight. It is World AIDS Day. It's Giving Tuesday. Share this live right now. Share this live. Let me do that too.
Only way I'll stop is for a better plan. Till then, I'm aiming to put some platinum on my letter, man. Never settle land, anxious I could never be. If you ain't all in, the best you could do.
We got old Scrap Dirty over there on live right now. All I need is lights.
You bring the energy and I can bring the passion. Give me the sound and the stage, make it happy. This that Mississippi magic. All I need is lights, camera, action. You bring the energy and I can bring the passion. Give me the sound and the stage, make it happen.
All right.
This that Mississippi.
It's that Mississippi magic. Mr. Mac is in the building. DJ George Chuck playing a couple tunes for you. Some of my favorite songs. If you want to find those songs, you know where to go look. I got them on iTunes, Spotify, all of that. Check out my list. Mac, what you got going on over there, man? What you sipping on tonight?
Man, I've been sticking with this Jack, man. So I got a little Jack Apple.
Yeah.
Jack Apple tonight. I thought about getting into that Macallan, but I decided I'm just gonna jump into this Jack, man, and do that.
Yeah.
I still got, and you just said what you got? What you
I got that I call it that You know,
Uncle Nears.
Yeah, the Uncle Nears. Yeah. This is the 1856.
Okay. I got the 1884.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the 84 is over there. I gotta get that 20. The 56, the 84, and the 20. 56, 84, 20. 45, 47. That part right there. There you go.
Don't forget about the white.
The white around, yo. Yeah. All right.
What's Silas?
Gotta say the 27 gold. 27. 45, 47. 27, 27.
Yep.
1820 about to come out here soon. See, that's a man that knows his whiskey.
Yes.
I like that guy. I knew I should always hang out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to old Silas Anderson, the Nasty Show, one of the world's greatest DJs.
The Nasty Show.
The Nasty Show. The man gets nasty with it on the 1s and 2s, the 3s and 4s. The crossfader is like butter. He cutting through all the records like butter. That's my homie right there. That's all my old. Well, Mac is one of my old roommates and my homie too. Silas is also a roommate and a homie. Yeah, Silas, if you're free, we'd definitely like to have you on. If you don't have too much going on, but we've got some upcoming events. And looky here, one of our other friends is chiming in. Trina B says she is the world's greatest DJ, and I have no idea what that emoji is, but we're gonna let Trina be great.
Right.
She is blessed and highly flavored, and I want you all to know that the flavor of the day was peach lemonade.
Oh,
on the high end, you say peach, and on the low end, you say limonade. Got more head than she got body.
Chuck, you and that uncle been getting very close, aren't you?
No, I mean, look, Trina and I had that conversation early. Was it today or was it yesterday? I don't know.
Days start to fade together sometimes.
Yeah, they do, man. Well, look, man, let's do our recap or the things that we got coming up soon. We're doing some events in the Jackson area, and we've got some virtual events, and we also have a guest tonight. So let's go ahead and get into our upcoming events with Mississippi Move, and let's talk about a little bit about Giving Tuesday after that.
Okay, I know you said recap. Last Tuesday we was out live doing Sleep Out, and we continued that morning. Things went really well. Even though it rained that morning, they were still able to provide coffee and donuts and pass out the bags to different folks. And we definitely got to reload. So anybody want to donate some hot hands, we definitely need more hot hands and things for warmth to give out to our brothers and sisters that are in need, that are out there, that are homeless, and those who are severely at risk for becoming homeless. Yeah. So what we got coming up?
Now, man, what number was that? Like, was that like the 7th Sleep Out?
Yeah. We started in 2014. Yes. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I can't keep up with all the years, man.
Oh yeah.
So we're on number 7, but this is episode 13.
13 of the show.
Yeah.
The lucky 13.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So we got a lot of things every year. I don't know. We're just gonna stop saying it. Every year, Mississippi Move say, "Hey, we're gonna just end the year with the Sleep Out." Well, the needs of the people don't stop at Thanksgiving, so we still end up doing something. So with COVID being like it is, and continue to run rampant, we're gonna recognize some folks that have been out a lot of tremendous stress, and we got one group of folks we haven't forgot. So we're gonna have to try to find someone to partner with before the end of this year or at the beginning of next year. But so the 10th of December, we will be at Witten here in Jackson, and we're going to do a great event that we came up with to recognize our educators. It's going to be called Recess. and we're going to provide some food, some music, and have a good time. The teachers will eat and have a good time. Come out, get some food. We might have some other goodies for them. But we also invited a couple of other schools that are close by. They'll be able to come pick up some food. So we got a good combination. We're going to keep that going. We want to recognize our educators, and we're going to probably get someone on the show before we get to that next Tuesday to talk about just one of the stress factors that educators have been dealing with, especially that in the classroom and virtual, could both have their own stressors, right? So we want to recognize them. Also, recognizing the folks that has been beating the drum since it started, that's been pleading to tater-tot to do something. So we're going to do another support our healthcare workers event on December the 12th.
Okay.
I know one of our good brothers out there who's been out there working hard this year. Our brother, Dr. Quinn, said he would definitely like to get on board and help us with that. So Dr. Timothy Quinn will be a part of that process for to support our healthcare workers.
Yeah.
And we're going to feed, we're going to provide some music, we're going to get them opportunity to let their hair down, and we're going to reach out to more people who want to be a part of the process to help just show them that, hey, man, we appreciate what you're doing. It might not be a lot, but we just want to give you a little something, a couple minutes, come let your hair down. Outside, of course, socially distanced, of course. We will provide at every event. We always have mask, gloves, sanitizer, and that's one of our major requirements. And folks don't have to stay; they can pick it up, keep riding.
Yeah, pick it up and keep moving, man.
Pick it up and keep moving.
And it's gonna be good food.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good food. We always deal with everybody. Everyone we deal with is good food. We don't deal with folks. We deal with you, then hey, that's our seal of approval. They got good food, or they have a good product, or something that they offer that we would say, hey man, you should try them or support them. The next thing, December 15th, with it being around the Christmas time, and we know how with a capitalist society where the pressure is for folks to spend, and how they incorporated that ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. They done created this fat white man that's supposed to be telling that your children that he brought all these expensive gifts that you didn't sweat it all year to buy. But when they don't get what they want, they look at you. So we're going to talk about financial literacy and economic empowerment for Black folks, because we are on a national scale looked at as consumers. We spend more money than everybody else. So we need to look at some things we can do. Hey, and we don't want to offend anybody. Folks have their tradition, they have the things that they do, but we just want to say, hey man, look, have you thought about doing this? You know, taking this money, putting it towards your credit, investing in business, investing in yourself, getting the policies, getting different things you can do to help benefit your family. So we're going to have some Michelle Way on, and that's just going to be one of the guests to talk about that, financial literacy and economic freedom, and defining what economic freedom looks like. Because that could be something for somebody else. Brother reached out to me today, Brother Chill Will. He wants to do something for the youth. So we're looking at the 20th. So we might be getting involved with that, but we got to get more information for that. So I'll give more update on the 20th event as it gets closer to that date. So like I said, we always say the sleep out is going to be the last thing. November, December, we're just going to get ready for January. And
prep for 2021. And
we end up rolling right into it. But there will be voter registration at every event we have. If you moved, change the address, or if you have someone that has turned 18, we're definitely going to be doing it every event. We always do it, but we're going to continue to do it on a larger scale. And we got big plans for voter registration, move to vote for 2021.
That's right, man. Look, I was just checking out, some of the coverage from the sleep out and some of the recognition that Mississippi Move has been getting. Mississippi Move has been popping up on the radar of a lot more people. But the one thing that I say that we've done since 2004 is been for the people and been consistent about the people, meaning that we're gonna do what's right, and we're gonna be where the people are, and we're not gonna be where it's easy for us to be. So
yeah, we got some more spots to hit. As you continue to hit the ground running, we got more folks. Somebody talked to me today about an event we did with what was that? I can't remember when it was, but it was September, I think. They were, the folks are asking about when we can come back and do that. with the Black Panther, you know, with it being the great brother Chadwick Boseman's birthday, the birthday yesterday. So we still have the screen, we still have the DVD player, still have the setup. So, you know, we can do more stuff like that outdoors because it is therapeutic in itself to find some safe things to do with folks.
Yeah. Well, look, we want to shout out all the media outlets that have shown.
Ozo.
Yeah, that's Zoe up there. Shown Mississippi Move any type of love. And shout out to everybody that gave Mississippi Move any sort of donation today. It's Giving Tuesday. A lot of folks do some great fundraising for their organizations, their colleges, the nonprofit that you support, you know, whatever that is. We definitely want to thank everybody for any donation they did for any organization out there. And I see your little bald head back there in the corner, mate. Ain't that you? Or who is that?
No, man. I was gonna say you got to shout out. You got to shout out one of the Tougaloo greats. That's P. Scott back there. So
that's P. Skeezy back now.
Yeah, that's P. Scott holding it down. He always represent the Shy, you know. So for all those,
he had the Bears.
You know, he out there working hard with his head down. He ain't looked up yet. He act like he is putting them bags together.
That's what's up. Well, look, we appreciate all the volunteers. We appreciate the donations. We appreciate the coverage. We appreciate all of that. Now, what else will we have coming up for tonight? I know we want to talk a little bit about Giving Tuesday. We got a guest coming up.
Right.
We don't have her in the studio just yet. She actually will be coming on the second half. But her name is Valencia Robinson, and she is from Mississippi in Action. And we are talking about World AIDS Day and what it looks like to eradicate HIV and AIDS in the state of Mississippi. So we want to bring this graphic up. December 1st is World AIDS Day. We want to remind you, the safest way to make sure that you don't contract any sort of virus is to protect yourself. Or to refrain from, you know, like in the corona, you can refrain from going outside or congregating with others or, you know, congregating at a safe distance. That also would work for HIV and AIDS, you know, just to keep it real. Like if you know, Mac, we're gathering digitally right now.
Right.
I can't get no Rona from you.
Right.
Whatever you got, I can't get. If you wanted to give me a drink virtually, I couldn't even get it from you.
There you go, bro.
That's about all we got right there.
There you go. Toast. Cheers.
Yeah. But on a serious note, I know I was, you know, trying to make light of that, but it is a worldwide illness. It affects every part of the globe. It is something that it kind of in the same fashion that that the coronavirus, but the coronavirus or the COVID-19 came very quickly. HIV/AIDS is something that slowly progressed because it was such stigma surrounding this particular virus. So we'll talk more with Valencia Robinson, Mississippi in Action, about that later. But right about now, man, let me ask you, Mr. Mack,
yes, sir.
Before we go into the next thing on your list, what was your favorite event for 2020? Entertainment or community event this year?
My favorite event.
Yeah. Or I mean, like most enjoyable, or the one you had the most fun planning, or you know, whatever.
It's gonna sound crazy, but I would probably say my 40th birthday party. You know, even though we had to make drastic changes, to celebrate. Yeah, we did it via Zoom, but to still have some type of gathering with friends and to be able to share that was great. You know, got some great gifts. Jay did a great job. I got some Glenlivet. I got the, you know, look, when you start talking about gifts, you know, things change, you know, you get certain stuff. But I'd say that it was good because it's despite of just making it to C40, and then everything that's been happening all year with the virus and everything. I think it was one of the greatest events, to be able to see 40 years old.
Yeah.
And, because you start thinking about that, one of the milestones, and, still working on health and still doing different things. So, hey, our diet has changed, our exercise pattern, have changed. So at 40, now you say, man, I'm 40, so that's a whole different to say you still in your 30s, you got to do 40-year-old shit, and so conversation is different. I give a shit about the 49ers and what they're doing. I could give a damn about how many points LeBron James scored. I'm talking about health and wealth, how your family doing, what's going on, what's wrong, what we need to do. That's type of shit. And then I ain't got time for all that extra shit. I could care less what video game came out. I'm focused on something different.
Mac don't care about Call of Duty 14.
I give a damn about none of it. I don't even know if it is a Call of Duty 14. Now you talk about folks that you talking to folks that to my playing video games. You talking to a group of guys right now that would sit in the caf and run to Coach Sanders' office to watch everybody's favorite show at that time, Dragon Ball Z, right? We used to do that. It was crazy. It wasn't yours, but some of us, Bart and all of us, right?
Yeah, I was gonna go watch Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go play with these there quick.
We played video games, we did all those things, but now with being 40, you think about other stuff, and then you set goals for yourself to turn 40, what you want to do. Yeah, so man. I would say that community event, man, every community event, anytime there was an event, I can't even say about the events because anytime we were able to give to someone in need, even when we did the Heal the Soul and we did the My Freedom, My Vote concert, it still add, as I talk about social therapy, it gave folks something uplifting, especially, man. Heal the Soul was great, but
that's the one where we had Bobby Rush, right?
The great. Bobby Rush and Stephanie Luckett, both who conquered COVID, and that was their first live performance out. And they did great. I think that was a healing in itself for people to see those folks that knew that they had been sick and see them out performing and in good health. Gave a sign of hope, and definitely just happy to see them doing well. But then you start talking about the movement part of having the poetry, have the performance by Fifth Child, having Trina B, who has tore the world up in 2020 with getting involved, talking about voter advocacy and voter education and pushing the folks to get civically engaged with her rap and her comedy. And then we had Alvin Garrett with his songs that he have created. That will definitely go down in the books of movement music.
Yeah, he got some songs, man.
Oh yeah, the brother's very talented. So so all those events, even from the events when when I showed up by myself to do voter registration for the homes, just let down the tailgate and just do some work. Anytime we're able to serve others, it's one thing when you're receiving services, but it is a true blessing when you are able in sound mind and body to be able to go out and do something for someone else to help them meet that need and to see how much that small thing you did meant to them. That's a major accomplishment.
That little thing that you did because you might have home training or you came up through a certain school of organizing or whatever. That one little thing that you did made that person's day. Now I'm gonna tell you what my favorite event was.
What was that, Jeff?
On the entertainment side. My favorite event for 2020 was Silas Jamal Anderson's bachelor party. Yes, sir. That was in Miami.
Yes.
The Nasty Show's bachelor party weekend was in Miami. We call it the rinse because all of us are officially washed. We've been dried, pressed, and hung up in the closet. Now, man, look, we got us an Airbnb.
Right.
We had drinks and everything. So that's all of this is pre-corona. Yeah, pre-COVID, pre-corona. So we had a good old fashioned hangout time
Right.
in Miami prior to COVID. You know, like March, that's when COVID hit.
Right.
But some of the things that we've been able to do virtually have definitely, and shout out to Silas, he's still watching out there. That joker say, hey. Yeah. But some of the things that we've been able to do virtually for folks, like you talk about providing service. I've provided services for Zoom funerals. Not to say, you know, I enjoy it, but the type
it was needed to be done.
Yeah, it was needed.
Yeah.
So folks were able to stay safe. They were able to give their family members a homegoing celebration and to allow other folks into the room virtually so that they could abide by regulations and, you know, make sure that the folks in the room are safe. So I would say, you know, it's a blessing to be a blessing, or it's a blessing to be able to be a blessing.
Correct.
And when we talk about a person that is a blessing, a person that continuously gives of themselves as much as they can, regardless of, you know, how many resources that they might have access to or not have access to. I think a person like that is our guest tonight. Wouldn't you say, Mac? Miss Valencia Robinson, the executive director of Mississippi in Action. You're gonna have to take yourself off mute. You gotta take it off.
All right. Hey, y'all.
Hey. Now listen, we got to include Valencia into this conversation. Big shout outs and thank you for the work and supporting us through the sleep out for all those years. And we know why you weren't there this year, but we do thank Valencia and Mississippi in Action for being there. You usually hear her before you see her. You know, but hey, we accept you for who you is, and
we love you for who you are.
Thank you, and I appreciate that.
I don't think you could change if you wanted to.
I'm trying to do better.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, look, you been better. Well, let's get great.
Okay, let's get great.
We're gonna come up with some catchy for 21. You know,
catchy for 21.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with some catchy. We ain't gotta do it right now, but
grown and legal. Shit. Grown folk shit. When you're 21, grown folk shit. That's
grown folk shit. You right about that.
That's what we're doing for 21.
Okay, cool. So how y'all doing today?
Well, we're doing good. How are you? How are you
feeling?
Yeah.
I'm feeling so much better. Y'all, I got diagnosed Friday with COVID, but I've been sick all week. And I wouldn't wish this on anybody. So people need to mask up, social distance, think about other people, and think about yourself. I mean, my whole family, my mom is in ICU, her husband, my sister, my daughter-in-law, and we weren't even around each other though. That's the crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is not playing, but you know what? This whole COVID thing and wearing masks reminds me so much of HIV and people not wanting to wear condoms.
I said that. That's look.
Yep.
Yeah. And then look, hold up. This it right here. Hold on.
Right.
See that?
It may as well not have one on.
Hey, did you see? I think I said this in one of the shows before. I saw it. Do you wear a mask on your chin, but do you wear a rubber on your nuts? You know, just asking real. You know, just saying, being real. You know, it would. You know, and I just see people be talking and they just take it down. So I'm just, you know, this is Nightcap knowledge, you know, and exactly. I would say damn near anything. I'm saying, so you gonna just in the midst of whatever you doing, you're just gonna say we don't need this no more. Just, you know.
Think about it though.
That's basically what you're doing.
Same situations, different viruses.
Yep.
Same situation, different viruses. I don't feel nothing. I'm gonna snatch the condom off. You know, I'm like, oh my God. And so many people like, well, there's a difference. No, it's not a difference. The virus is a virus, period.
People dying from both of them.
From both of them.
Actually, it is a major difference because there's a consenting process that goes on with the part where you were just talking about that you got to get close
Good
to.
job, Mac.
That's true.
But the other part is you walk your ass up in my face and with no mask on or come to, and start talking. I didn't give you permission to get that damn close to me and to talk, especially when, and I think it should be an extra law against folks that talk with no teeth, with no mask on, because you ain't got nothing to hold all that shit back. You just spitting on everybody, so if you ain't got no damn teeth, you need to go ahead and put on 2 masks.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
And on that note, I'm going to get some ice.
In some states, they're trying to criminalize COVID, though. Just like they're criminalizing people who willingly expose people to HIV.
Yeah.
They're trying to criminalize people who are exposing folks to COVID. I mean,
are you talking about like people that all right, let's say I've seen some of these social media videos. You talk about somebody that goes by a person that they may or may not like, and they say
yeah. I mean, intentionally, with the intent to give somebody.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, if you don't know you have it, how can you expose somebody? But I just feel like this, Chuck. Yeah. To me, everybody got COVID. Yeah. Everybody has it. Whether it impacts them one way or another. I feel like everybody has COVID. Just like everybody have herpes.
Yeah.
If you go back to one of the first posts I made about COVID, when I started doing the simple things that you can do to protect yourself, when it first hit, and that's probably was April, end of March, I said, anybody that ever worked in healthcare or food, you have already been trained for this.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about us, we do not follow our training. And healthcare, any type of healthcare where you worked in, a facility, anywhere, you've been taught to treat everybody like they have HIV and AIDS. So when they talk about with gloves and how you handle them,
gotta protect
foods, all that stuff. If you worked in food, they told you what to do by wearing gloves, sanitizing. If you feel ill, what you should not do, where you should stay, and both of them tell you about how to wash your hands properly.
Yeah.
All right. About sanitizing and keeping things clean after folks leave and touch, especially in bartending. That's why it's a difference between people that pour drinks and bartending. Bartending is a large part of bartending is understanding how to sanitize your area and the things that people utilize. That's a large part about bartending is the cleaning up and the organizing that folks don't understand. But we all been trained for this. Hell, I've been trained for this 3-4 times. We just got relaxed and didn't do it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that too started before then in some instances in home training, how to wash your damn hands before you take your ass in the bath, after you leave the bathroom, before you go in the kitchen, when you coming from outside, you wash your damn hands. But like you said, we even got relaxed on that. Nothing can affect us. Nothing can happen to us. But y'all, this shit is nothing nice. Like today is World AIDS Day, right?
Right.
Man, it's just some little what you call data I want to give y'all.
And after that, we want you to properly introduce yourself and tell everybody about your organization. After that, go ahead, do that first.
Okay. So in 2018, Mississippi had the seventh highest rates of HIV infection in the nation. Mississippi. And in Jackson, we still in the top 5 for new AIDS diagnosis. Now, with all of that being said, HIV has still been the worst pandemic in the country, with diseases, and it's a lot. Y'all gonna hear my grandbaby because he just spoiled like that. Let me put my mask on. And he don't understand quarantine. He don't understand quarantine.
How old you, grandbaby?
He's a year.
Yeah, he don't understand. Yeah,
he don't understand.
My baby, and so we over house of mask.
Over 35 million people have died from AIDS since 1988. So just imagine what's going on, and COVID is trying to come up behind it. But anyway, hi y'all. My name is Valencia Robinson. I'm executive director of Mississippi in Action. We are the first self-proclaimed reproductive justice organization in the state of Mississippi. We focus a lot of our work on HIV, the LGBTQ community, and women's reproductive health. So that's what we do. A lot of that. And we do a lot of work with other organizations because the reality is that we're going to change anything, we have to collaborate and we have to work together. And it's not about money because trust and believe we don't have any.
No, it's about people power. That's what it's about.
And that's what we do, a lot of advocacy and organizing, and people not realizing their own power. And that's the problem. Even though Matt, with this whole election cycle, is this time really, really has shown people that they do have the power.
Mm-hmm.
They do have the power. Even with all the foolery and fuckery that was trying to happen, he gone.
Right.
He's gone. People saw their own power, and that's what we want to do and keep doing, empowering people to be safe, to be healthy, and not just talk. Yeah, we talk about sex in a way. We always talk about sex as getting pregnant and HIV. We never talk about it in a way where it's positive. We don't have sex positive conversations.
Yeah.
And so we shifting those
by sex.
Yeah,
all of us got here by sex.
Yeah. So we're trying to shift those conversations so people can really be okay and be comfortable. Men being okay, and I know y'all have, but men being okay with saying the fact that damn, that nigga look good. I'm sorry. I know you ain't supposed to, but you like what you like. That's another reason.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a lot of down low, but a lot of stigma.
Yeah.
A lot of discrimination. You like what you like,
and be honest with that.
All I want folks to do, be honest, be safe, and enjoy life.
Be honest, be safe, enjoy life. I love that.
As long as you ain't out here hurting no kids, no old people, hurting anybody else, live your life.
They can't make a educated decision for themselves.
Exactly.
That's a whole nother conversation about those taking advantage of people what falls into the category of being vulnerable adults.
That's right.
Yeah. So and I'm just saying I know from working in a facility that you have so many children and adolescents that come in with STDs, and they end up with STDs because of force. It wasn't consenting on the youth part. So we definitely talk about those things, folks taking advantage of the vulnerable population, regardless if they're young or older. So that's definitely the information. Can you tell folks some of the programs that you do, that you and your organization do in the Jackson metro area, that people might be able to say, hey, I remember that, I can think about that, or something like that?
Yeah. Well, so most of our stuff, like I say, it's interesting to me. Because people, we have so many intersections, and people like my gay people don't want to do their black stuff, and the black people don't want to do the gay stuff. So it's so funny that we hold so many identities, but people choose what identity they want to how they want to identify at that time. So I do things like I've hosted game night, and we've hosted game nights to have conversations about sex, about abortion, about access to birth control, even talking about men having rights to their children. We don't, a lot of women organizations and groups, we never talk about that, but we don't talk about how men are here raising their kids as well.
Right. Just had a conversation with somebody this week. Just had that conversation.
We've had advocacy trainings. We've had advocacy days at the state capitol where we've taken people living with HIV to the state capitol so they could meet with their legislators and tell them the needs that they have. Because y'all, COVID has exposed what we've been talking about in the healthcare system anyway.
Yes.
Discrimination, the lack of funding. The lack of funding. What else have we done? We've done a lot. Most of our stuff, though, like what we do, think our liberation table. Our liberation table is an interactive. It's 8 to 10 women Mostly they're cisgender women and transgender women, trying to bridge that gap between those two communities. Because at the end of the day, we have to build on what we have in common.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going. I feel like that's how we're going to move any work on our commonalities. It's good to have our differences, but we need to come together on our commonalities as a community. And what else? Oh Lord, we've done a lot of training. Like I say, mostly we do a lot of training, host a lot of trainings.
So look, Valencia, you said something about you said two things that made me think. One was and I think they kind of correlate. You said something about intersections, and then you said later something about COVID-19 exposing what everybody has been complaining about, or the changes that we've been attempting to highlight to our legislators. Talk more about the intersections of HIV and COVID-19, and then what COVID showed us and is helping us to show these legislators that we've been trying to get to.
Okay, so like I said, COVID-19, just like HIV, is a virus. This the interesting part though about this. People don't discriminate against you with COVID. They don't want to be around you, but it's not like, oh my God, they got that shit, they got that package, they got, oh my God, they gonna die.
Yeah.
But people are still dying as well from COVID, just like people are dying from complications of AIDS and stuff. So that's where we see the commonalities. But like I say, with the criminalization piece, they criminalize people who intentionally expose people to HIV, not just expose, but people who don't disclose their status as well. But now they're trying to criminalize that. Another reason to have a conversation about mass incarceration. So these two viruses, like we said earlier, even though they're different, they're the same. They're the same as far as showing the lack of health care, the lack of, Mississippi has no standard of care. So a doctor can treat you any kind of way they want to. We have no standard of care. We have lack of funding, lack of resources.
Right.
But we've known discrimination in the healthcare field, where we don't want to talk about, because I don't have insurance. So I went to MEA in Clinton. This was the interesting part. I already knew they could file it under the CARES Act, and I got tested free.
Right.
These white women looked at each other. I said, well, can it be filed under the CARES Act? Because
they don't know. Did they actually know, or were they just being?
Yeah, they knew.
Okay.
They knew, because a friend of mine went prior with that Wednesday. I went Friday, and so I was like, I ain't got no insurance. I don't know what to do. But the fact of the matter, you sat there and you were gonna turn me away. But I asked, can you file this under the CARES Act? Now, white person came in right behind me, no insurance, no problem, no questions asked. We can file this under the CARES Act. And I was like, okay. So we know about racism in the medical field. We know about this. We know about, we just know this people aren't being treated right and treated fair. And this virus has really shown us more, because now it's not a stigma. HIV, there was a big stigma, but there's not a stigma around here. But you do have doctors that are just tired of folks coming and not doing what they're supposed to do, and forget it. Want to write us?
We going to the club. We doing all of the for our Founders Day. We did a big, kind of like what we're doing right now. We on a podcast, and we had a lot of brothers to come in from a lot of different places. Harrisburg, Jackson, a lot of guys from various parts of Mississippi. So we had one bro come in from Hattiesburg. I look out for my college students, and we love to see our young brothers come into the fold. Man, it was so many people in the club. I'm talking about from the window to the wall with the sweat dropping off balls and hoses. The look, man, you know how a Q party is.
Right. Oh no, not Old Palm Beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm talking about spit just flying everywhere, just spit, all of that, just and I'm like, you got it, you got the Rona, you got the Rona, you got the Rona. Everybody gonna be sick next week, but don't nobody want to wear no mask. Don't nobody want to put no rubber on it, and they want to go meet the meat. See what I did there? See what I did?
I see. See that?
We see what you did. We see what you did.
See what you did. But yeah, so it's a mess. And and folks, a lot of these doctors, even though they're not supposed to, but they have their biases. They was like, oh, y'all, it's a super spreader. That was in a big event. Oh, that's what they get. We're tired.
But ain't nobody saying nothing about the Confederate flag rallies.
No. Nobody's saying nothing about them football games.
It's nothing about the big when you so smart. Did you say that football is essential?
Football essential.
So fuck the parents and the children that got to go out there and put the pads on, and just so we can be entertained. Whatever remind you of slaves, go out there and fight to the death.
Right. Exactly.
We need some shit to laugh at.
But also think about, remember right before the fair, Governor Reeves lifted that mask mandate right before the fair. And not only did you have the fair, you extended the fair.
Yeah. Because it's about money. And that's why we did a show talk about profit over people. Yeah. Because it's one thing, some of us, everybody, all the conspiracy theories, and I tell people for the last 2 years, there's no such thing as conspiracy theory. It's real life conspiracy. Mm-hmm. They made 100,000 movies about the shit that they do ever since the inception, when they brought some of our ancestors here on ships, to when they say, so quote unquote, conquered the West and had to kill savages, all the way down to the civil rights movement to now. Mm-hmm. They've shown how they have taken stuff, lie about the lie they lied about, create legislation, change it. They do. They lie about the lie they lied about. How many times did 45 lied and then turn around and lied about that lie on TV? We should have been looking at you say this, then come back out and say, I didn't.
It did look. It did.
Like, motherfucker, I just saw you say that yesterday.
See,
I didn't say it. That's fake news.
They done fact checked it. They done read articles. I'm talking about they got research the back of everything that they say.
Same damn reporter sitting in the room from what you lied about yesterday, but you don't motherfucker tell them the truth.
All right.
And then here's the thing about it is, which goes back to the civil rights and prior to when Emmett Till was one of the first acts of domestic terrorism to be documented like it was. This shit is a lie, and then you go along with it, pretending like the person is telling the truth.
Right.
All this shit is made up, but you're like, this was said, this was, and like, that's why, and that's what we understand about discrimination, and why some of our folks don't get engaged. I don't beat them up because we have seen systems be designed based on what other folks want, and then when you play by their rules and win, they still change shit and manipulate it. Like it's a whole different thing. But what we say, we know that we were one of the first things. We were the first product on the stock market, and we continue on the stock market, whether it be in healthcare, pharmaceuticals, whether it be as in prison population. We are always on the stock market and being bidded on, and it's time for us to do our part and educate ourselves. That's why before you got on, me and you were talking about, I give a shit list about stuff at 40 now. What you're talking about now is our health and our wealth. Being healthy, being safe, not only just thinking about short-term stuff, but legacy plans. Yeah. And what you're talking about right now is educating ourselves, educating our people, and human. Our friend Warren Cloyd said something, it'd be a good, basically be a good human. We ain't got to get into what we're divided about or what our differences are. We just want to treat each other like humans. We ain't got to get to the conversation about being black. Treat them like they are human. And we've forgotten how to do that simple thing because, and I'm going to say this shit and I'm going to be done with it. I got a dog outside now. We're trying to get his ass to be in the house. Right? Right?
Right.
It's cold outside. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's think about those Native American brothers and sisters that was up there protesting and fighting to protect their land, and they were shot with water cannons in weather that was colder than this. Correct?
Yep.
Colder
Yep.
than this. Denied health care. Now, what happens if you go
Then
spray water on a dog right now that's outside?
you're gonna freeze, and guess what? You're gonna take your ass to jail. And I'm
Correct.
glad you said that, because somebody brought this to me. Somebody said, you know what? We animals.
Mhm.
There is an organization called the Humane Society for
Correct.
Animals.
By animals. I can be that. Was you? And I told my uncle this. I said, when the last time you seen the goddamn commercial on TV about feed the homeless and help those in need and homeless children? But you see something you see about an animal, right?
Back those, back those
So
animals.
someone that's living with HIV and AIDS that are being discriminated on, do not have health care. You don't care about them, but you care about. I forgot, me and my uncle added it up. It was 53 cents a day, basically $20 a month. My great uncle's 85. He said, why is it $20 a month to feed a dog, but they only ask for $10 a month to feed a child?
Because you see what's important. It still goes back to
what's important.
What's a human? What is defined? Who are defined as human? You got to think about that as well. And folks be like, there you go. Why you got to make everything about race? Crazy. If you don't realize everything is about race and class,
money, power, race.
Know anything.
And money, power, race. And what you were saying about, I remember we done some stuff before for the Grace House, right? And it goes back again. I can't remember the sister name, but I think she spoke at Tougaloo when Al Sharpton came, and she was talking about being born with HIV. And
Hadia Broadbent.
Right.
Yeah.
But she talked about the choices she was given in order to keep her medication and support about between going to school. Like, you have options. Where have we seen that at? Right? You start talking about assistant and living when you have children. So you got to make choices. You know, so this is the option. You tell somebody that's trying to live their life in spite of what they're being diagnosed with, because you're supposed to treat the person and not the diagnosis. And then you got an option. If you do this, you can't get that.
Right.
So look at this quote. Look at this quote I brought up. Something y'all were talking about made me think about. This is a speech from the brother Malcolm X, and it reads, as I say, if we bring up religion, we'll have differences, we'll have arguments, we'll never be able to get together. But if we keep our religion at home, keep our religion in our closet, keep our religion between ourselves and our God. But when we come out here, we have a fight that's common to all of us against an enemy who is common to all of us.
That means
all of these nonprofit organizations, all of these,
and why they had, you know why they had to kill that brother, right?
Oh, I know. All I'm saying is that look, all of us are fighting towards a common goal. Like we were talking about, like you know, the humanity and things. There are systems that operate against us. So if everybody want to have what they need to have, then why aren't we all pushing in the same direction, or pushing against that particular system, or inserting ourselves into the system so that we can take it over, or you know, at some people they burn it down, you know, whatever it is, whatever the semantics, the words, the phrases, like, let's come together on, all right, we all fighting the same person.
Right.
That's the thing we got to get to.
Yeah. And that's one thing we don't understand is like the different divisions when you're talking about the battles. You know, Mississippi in Action, their whole thing that they do is educating, we say sex health, right? They're educating and working with folks around their gender. That's what they do.
Right.
Now, we do what we do.
But they're intersections.
But it don't mean I can't support you in some way. Why? I can't take the lead on that conversation because that's not what we specialize in. But if you need Chuck to play some music and you need me to help you organize some shit, then that's what we can do. You see, you on this platform right now. You on here. So how can we talk about World AIDS Day? Well, let's get somebody, excuse me, let's get a motherfucker on here that's been doing this for a long period of time.
Right.
And let's get her to talk about it versus us talking about it and my uncle say shitting it up. So we don't need to do that. You know, I don't need to paraphrase and read some shit. Right. I need to help the motherfucker that's already doing it.
Yeah.
Let me help in my capacity in what I do. Let me help it in what I already do. You know, do we need to do a fundraiser for your organization where we sell drinks? Okay, well, I'm gonna get behind the bar. That's what I know.
And we finna pour the drinks and play the music.
Pour the drink, play the music, and tell everybody donate to the cause so that they continue to do what they do.
Give it to
do that. That's the problem, y'all.
And so I don't worry about that. Don't worry about, and I'll tell everybody this. This is another thing that we have in our society, and it relates to everything. We put more attention on the issue and more attention on negativity versus positivity and the solutions, right? So we talk about this real talk, real problems, real solutions. Don't even involve the folks that are not involved in what you're trying to do. We don't even need to bring it into a conversation or talk about it. Talk about and highlight the folks that are willing to go to work with you.
Yeah.
And the rest of and you know, and that's what you do. You keep moving.
Get down and lay down.
This is too important. It's too important because we weren't just hit with one pandemic. We've been hit with multiple pandemics over the years, and this is another pandemic, but they all stem from the same thing. This is something that affects everybody, but you see that certain cultures of people are affected differently. Now, some of that shit is on us because don't nobody make your ass do certain stuff. Now that would go back to us being educated around understanding that if we already know that we don't get the healthcare we need for a common cold, so you can just imagine what the hell would happen if you got something worse. So we want to promote everybody to be healthy, everybody to be safe. Anything else you want to tell everybody about World AIDS Day and how they can support your organization?
Well, yeah. So, y'all, it's this big push now ending the epidemic. There's a lot of money government is throwing out to ending the epidemic. It was supposed to end the epidemic in 2020. See, that didn't work. So we just still out here wanting to and educate. Well, not wanting to, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue to educate our people on HIV, AIDS. We're going to educate them on the importance of voting, mass incarceration, because all of this are intersections, y'all. All of this is important. All of this.
Yeah.
All of this it impacts all of us in one way or another. I just wanted to say PrEP. I'm going to bring up PrEP real quick. Okay. PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis. That's what they give you. This is one pill. You hear about it. You see it on the news, on commercials. Truvada. You take that for the rest of your life. You have to be a person not living with HIV. That's in, that may go out and have unprotected sex or sex with somebody who they didn't know their status, and it protects you against HIV. And if people take PrEP, and they've been pushing PrEP on Black gay men for years, not understanding Black gay men are not the only people contracting HIV. So now it's a push for PrEP with women, to have that bigger conversation with women as well. So, because most women gonna go and check on, see about themselves.
Right.
And a lot of men sit back and wait. Well, you ain't got nothing, I'm good. It doesn't work like that all the time. The same way COVID impact people differently, HIV does too. So, but today, like I said, today World AIDS Day, we just want to keep people who are living, thriving, and surviving with HIV uplifted. Remember those who passed from this virus, like something that could have been avoided. And we have to teach self-love. I don't know how you teach somebody to love themselves, but you have to love yourself. And I say this, and it's no disrespect, but in 2021, if you're not being raped, there's no way you should be contracting HIV. It's too much knowledge out here. It's too much. We have free condoms. free testing. We have dental dam. People don't want to use dental dam. In our safe sex kit, we have dental dams, which that's a barrier you put when you're doing oral sex, or oral sex, vaginally, anally, whatever. We gloves, because people don't even think about herpes and stuff. It's skin to skin. Condom, and we do band-aids. Of course, we have band-aids. And Mississippi in Action, I know this is illegal, y'all, but Mississippi's Action, the only organization that has a syringe exchange program. We give out clean syringes to people who use drugs, because people, black communities, black gay communities, y'all, they're using crystal meth. They're injecting drugs at a higher rate than a lot of people may know. So Mississippi in Action is one of the only, if the only organization in Mississippi who gives clean syringes. Even though it's a paraphernalia, I put myself at risk to going to jail every day so people can be safe. I can't stop you from doing what you're doing. All I want you to do is be safe in what you do.
Yeah, you providing them with the option to be safe, and look, that means a lot. Yeah,
and that's why we got to continue to tackle to make sure policy and laws reflect the needs of the people and not just some people. Because you can tell me what, and it's easy. And I tell everybody what to do. That you can sit back and watch one neighborhood or one culture, and just turn around and whatever the norm there, just make a law and the opposite. So everything they do that's normal to them, they're going to go to jail. It's going to be illegal. And if it happens to somebody else, then you find a way to make a difference. So the thing is, the stuff that need to be done, as I always state, everything that's legal is not right, and everything that's right cannot be legal. But we have to do what we got to do to save our people. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And if you having those kids, we need to get those kids out, especially to the homeless community. Because if you ever been out in the park, for a long period of time, it's in the interaction of that, and just saying that you could just see how things would start to go. But we gotta hit our community, and the thing about it is, some of our folks, brothers and sisters out there in the streets, are more likely to listen to us and accept help and resources than some of our brothers and sisters that consider themselves to be well off. They might not be ready to listen. So I always say, hey, I ain't got time to argue with you. Let's go ahead and start with the folks that are in need and that are ready to receive what we have to offer. So we can incorporate that. I got some big Ziploc bags. We can put the COVID stuff, and we can put the safe sex stuff in one bag. Pass them out. Pass them out to folks. So let me know. We could try to do some of that before the end. Well, first of all, get yourself together. Well,
take
care. You want to flunk your next test, as the old folks say. You want to flunk it. You want to get a negative.
I want to flunk it with flying colors.
Flying colors, and then we can worry about putting some package together and getting it out to the community, so that folks can be safe.
All right, thank y'all so much. Thank you.
Man, we appreciate you, and then we don't want this to be your last time coming on. We look, let's do it again. We got the technology now. We done made us a couple dollars. We can put our little logo up there and stuff.
Look at that, boy. Look at that. Look at that. Chuck did this shit himself.
Yeah.
He said he made him a couple of dollars now.
Hey, I'm telling you this. And that's one of the facades of folks. They see us do stuff and they think that we have some money going on somewhere.
Look, it just $2.
Right.
It just literally, Mac, Chuck, and Beer can get together, find some other folks that we work with, create some shit, and you're like, oh yeah, no, it was just.
That's what this is about, though. If people don't, you see how simple that was, though. Y'all been kicking it and doing shit for years, and been making big moves, and not with a whole lot of money, but you had a whole lot of people power.
No money.
A whole lot of people power, baby. And people who support and believe in what you're doing. That's all it takes.
Hey, we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep doing it until as they ride this motherfucker until the wheels fall off. And that's what we're gonna continue to do. And we got to do the work, man, because we know that's part of our legacy plan is to incorporate that, to make the changes that need to be made. Some of the stuff is going to be comfortable, some of it's uncomfortable, but it's just like a fight, you know. And when you start in a tournament, you can't choose everybody you want to fight. You're gonna get to somebody like,
damn,
right here.
Yeah,
but
no.
You got to do it. So you know, you got to do it. So that's where we are right now. So we thank you. Give your Facebook information, how people can find you on social media if they want to donate. Right now, we still got the Giving Day. So what can they do?
Okay, so the beer is still working on our website, but we do have a Mississippi in Action Facebook page. Just go find Mississippi in Action. We're on Twitter, MISSN Action 09. And there we go. There you go. Right there. Look at there. Look at
Y'all feel free to inbox her if you are interested in making a donation, volunteering, or donating any other type of resources. Oh,
thank you.
I think I seen a virus on the screen.
Goodbye. Y'all have a good. Thank y'all so much.
Look, we appreciate you. Thank you. We're gonna ride out with Max. One of his favorite songs. What is something different this time? That's what you
want? 2/5.
2/5. If was a fifth. Hold on.
I love it. All right.
You said you need a fifth. I was about to reach and pass to you. Which fifth you want? Hey, now I haven't had. Well, have I tasted? Yeah, this is a new wine I got for Jay to try, and it's a red wine that's in a bourbon cask.
Oh yeah, so, I like that.
Josh makes a good wine for the money, for the price. So try some Josh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Nightcap Knowledge. You had our guest, Valencia Robinson of Mississippi in Action. We're gonna ride out on Alvin Garrett. This is from the 2/5, the Awakening album. Let's hear it. Peace out, everybody. We'll see y'all next week, Tuesday, 9 o'clock sharp, or 9:01 or 9:05, somewhere around up in there. With Mac would probably be 1914. Spit from the buzz peace. Separated from my own family. All these chains are like umbilical cords around me. Just like a piano. Got all my fingers playing sad notes to the drum beat of the railroad. Wondering why I'm the star of this show. Freedom. I ain't supposed to be like this. I don't wanna be free like this. No, not like this. Got me screaming freedom. Should be a house with a picket fence. But why they gotta do me like this? I'm on the books, it's only 3/5. You got me working for my 2/5. Tell me why. Why don't you see I'm fully human? How could I fight you if I'm too flat? I don't know how you could do that. You got me working for my 2/5. Why don't you see I'm fully human? How about you say it from your pulpit? Tell everybody what the truth is. I'm a human. You tried to offend me. Tell me why you got to amend me. How long my smile gotta last? How many laws gotta pass for you to decide to friend me? You think I'm scary? It doesn't matter what I carry. No. Cause if I move a little fast, I might get a little blast, and you won't even try to repel me. I'm freedom. I ain't supposed to be like this. I don't wanna be free like this. No, not like this. You got me screaming freedom. Should be a house with a picket fence. But why they gotta do me like this? I'm on the books, it's only 3/5. Oh, they got me working for my 2/5. Tell me why. Why don't you see I'm fully human? Oh, how could I fight you if I'm too late? I don't know how you could do that. I don't know, but you got me working for my 2/5. Tell me why. Why don't you see I'm fully human? How about you say it from your pulpit? Tell everybody what the truth is. And I'm a human, yeah. I'm working for my 2/5. I shouldn't have to prove this to you, but
I'm working for my 2 fifths.
And I never forget what I've been through.
I'm working for my 2 fifths.
I don't care how you see me. I believe that who the sun says free is free. And
you got me working for my 2 fifths. Why don't you see I'm fully human?
Why don't you see I'm fully human?
How could I write you if I'm too flat? I don't know how you could do that.
I don't know, but
You got me working for my 2 fifths. Why don't you see I'm fully human?
why don't you say?
How about you saying from your pulpits?
Tell everybody that I'm a human.
That's it for tonight. This has been Nightcap Knowledge. We'll see you right back here next Tuesday at 9 p.m.